Hi everyone, my name is Willow Lackett. I am one of the stars of Smash Brotherhood, chapters 1, 2, and 3 on Zaandarbrow, as well as the other shows and stuff. I'm also sort of a co-writer and co-director sometimes, and yeah, I've been a big part of Zaandarbrow history, I think. When I came down to Florida, what is the biggest change I've noticed between the Young Meyer Brothers and Super Smash Brotherhood? Well, for one, the Young Meyer Bros, as in the seasons before Smash Brotherhood, they were more, I don't want to say campy, but we weren't as serious with filming as we are now. We also weren't as experienced, and we didn't have as many resources as we have now, so it's definitely improved, and yeah, it's just gone, really all I can say is it's gone better. Stories have improved, the character development is much better, the way we film, our cinematography, our choreography, the acting has improved. We have a new cast, of course, down here, and I'd say the new cast down here, they're pretty damn awesome, and they're great people. Yeah. What was it like seeing different people play older characters and recasting? Well, I honestly think it was very interesting to see how each person would take one character and how they would individually portray that character. For instance, Ash was originally in the season of Super Young Meyer Brothers, the season before Smash Brotherhood. Ash was played by Nick Miller, a friend from New York, actually. So the way that Nick portrayed Ash was pretty spot on with how I'd say Ash is in the show. You know, kind of childish, kind of fun, but overall pretty chill. Now, Tio brings a new kind of Ash to the whole Ash kind of thing. Very hyper, very fun-loving, very bubbly, and quite the fourth wall breaker. In fact, we joke around saying that Tio is essentially our Deadpool of the group because he loves breaking the fourth wall a lot, especially with Ash. So, there is definitely a lot of drastic differences, especially in other characters, like with Bowser, how we've had Ryan in Jersey as Bowser, and now that we're in Florida, we don't have Ryan, we have me playing Bowser, of course. And while a lot of the traits for Bowser were kind of inspired by Ryan's Bowser, my take on Bowser is slightly different. How I think Bowser would act and how I think Bowser would approach the situation versus how Ryan would have done that. It just really comes down to how the actors approach the characters. Overall, I don't think there really was any bad characters that we've had, especially with the new cast. You know, it's different, it's new, it's refreshing, and it's good. Yeah. Was Chapter 1 of Smash Brotherhood very similar to filming in Jersey, or was it new and was different? Well, I definitely can say it was refreshing in that it did remind me of filming in Jersey, because while we did have a new cast and new ideas, new fresh ideas and whatnot, it pretty much felt the same because we were still pretty campy and we were still pretty, we kind of had our ways that worked for us. We didn't really try anything new in Chapter 1. Chapter 1 was just us getting used to the new cast, getting used to the new area, and basically laying out a story that we want to work with. It wasn't until Chapter 2 that I really noticed us significantly improving both in story and casting, in the sets, in how we portrayed characters. Just overall, Chapter 2 is when the improvements really showed. So, yeah, Chapter 1, I have to say, is the one that's very similar to our filming in Jersey, because that's just kind of what we did. It was our transitional period between Jersey and Florida. How did I feel when Patrick started co-writing and co-directing? Well, honestly, I really enjoy it because having a co-writer and a co-director for a show really helps keep things fresh, and it gives new perspectives to things. For instance, Doctor Who, they have many different directors, many different writers, and it keeps things fresh. You're never getting the same old story devices, the same old plot points. It keeps things new, refreshed, and you get a different view on things. It's very cool. And I think Patrick's writing style fits what we're trying to go for. He kind of does like a sort of kind of gritty. I don't want to say gritty because it seems a little harsh, but it's like a soft gritty. But his style is definitely new compared to Brower's writing style. Brower is more of the traditional kind of action with a bit of comedy, while Patrick has that soft, gritty, almost bleak kind of writing style, in the way that he conveys each character's emotions and actions is, there's just something kind of dark and more mature about it, which I feel is fitting for our show, because Smash Brotherhood is the transitional period between the Young Maya Brothers, which is campy as hell, and Luigi Chronicles, which I plan to be very dark and very mature. So yeah, I'm happy to have him as a co-writer and co-director, because his skills and his vision, it suits the show. Alan, our Ness, you know, he wanted to move down here, and he was here with us for a few weeks, and we got a substantial amount of scenes with him down here in Florida. But unfortunately, he could not actually get a place here, so he had to go back to Jersey, and we never really could get the time to film with him again. And that's why we had to, spoilers, can I spoil it? Spoilers, kill him off. So, yeah, Ness is unfortunately dead. We had plans for him to appear further into the future, like in Luigi Chronicles, and I know the trailers even had that. But because of things like this, because of things that we could not plan for, Ness had to be killed off, things have to be rewritten, and scenes have to be reshot and whatnot. You know, it's things like that that you really can't control, but you gotta work around. Same with James Balmer. We had to kill Snake off because of James Balmer. But it's not their fault, no. It's just things that we don't plan it, but it's gonna happen, so we work around it, and we make it work. And in the end, it does work. The story is still there, and the story is still enjoyable. It's just different than what we initially planned, which is okay. Between chapters 2 and 3, what changes have happened, especially in regards to choreography, editing, cinematography, and things like that? Well, a significant leap forward, I have to say that. For one, we've got Tio, at the very end of chapter 2, did his very first choreography fight, where it was his first time choreographing a fight. What are words? I promise I can do English. But it was Tio's first time choreographing a fight between Mario and Waluigi before they end up going through the portal at the end. And that was probably one of our best fights at that point. In fact, I think it was the best fight. I look back at that fight now, and I feel that fight was so darn good that it still holds up to today's standards of our choreographing standards and whatnot. Because, you know, Tio with choreographing, he's good at it. He knows what will work on camera. Just like how Brower knows what shots will work. You know, he has that vision. Avengers? Vision? What? But, we've also gotten other choreographers, like Justin Clement. He's our martial arts instructor. Now, I apologize if I'm not pronouncing your last name right. Justin, he's our martial arts instructor, and he actually teaches us various forms of martial arts, hand-to-hand, sword fighting, things like Wing Chun, Aikido, Jiu-Jitsu, Kendo, Scottish broadsword, various styles of martial arts. And what we can do now is, instead of actually choreographing a fight, like move by move by move, a lot of the fights, you will notice, were actually improv'd. Meaning we did it on the spot the first time, and then based off of that improv fight, we kind of tweaked it and we refined it, and then what you see is the final complete fight. But it all started out originally as improv, not an actual like move by move by move choreographed fight. You'll see a fight between Master Hand and Bowser, actually, that it really was mostly improv. And it's all because of what we're learning from our martial arts instructor, Justin. He's also a great choreographer, though. He choreographed an awesome fight scene between Link and some hooded figures that are helping Link train. That was probably one of my favorite scenes to film. I wasn't part of it, but I was filming it behind the camera, and it was such a cool fight to see. The choreography is really cool, and a lot of it implements a lot of the practical techniques that we learn. So a lot of the fights you'll be seeing in Chapter 3, especially later on, are more practical martial arts styles. So you could actually learn to do that yourself. It's really cool. But yeah, of course, as far as cinematography goes, we've improved with the camera work and angles and all that. I've said it before. Do I think that Smash Brotherhood could be watched alone and still be enjoyed, or do I think it would be better to be watched with the Young Mario Bros. And Luigi Chronicles in order? Well, actually, that's a funny story. You see, in lieu of Chapter 1 of Smash Brotherhood, it was originally not going to be connected to the Young Mario Bros. Franchise or Luigi Chronicles. But I had a talk with Brower, and there were a lot of things I liked about Smash, and there were a lot of ways I could see connecting Smash to the Young Mario Bros. And to Luigi Chronicles. So I was talking about it to him, and it was around late Chapter 1 that we actually decided Smash Brotherhood is, in fact, connected. And in order to compensate for this, we actually throw in a number of Easter eggs, references, and things like that into dialogue and into characters and whatnot. Such as someone mentioning, I did this back then, or I remember you from when we did this back in the Young Mario Bros. Series. Or you may find a character such as Talon, who everyone knows is a complete crazy psychopath from the Young Mario Bros. So it would make sense that he's the same way in Super Smash Brotherhood, because he's the same person, because he really hasn't changed, because it's connected. So I do believe that, yes, you can watch Smash Brotherhood Chapters 1, 2, and 3 completely on their own and still enjoy it, because they were written that way. You can enjoy them as their own thing. It's just like with Star Wars. You can watch episodes 4, 5, and 6 on their own without watching the prequels or the new trilogy and still enjoy it, because that's how they were written. They were written like that. However, if you do watch the Young Mario Bros. Franchise and you watch Smash Brotherhood, you may find a bit more enjoyment, because then you'll be like, oh, I get that reference, or I recognize that character, or I wonder, why is this character like this? What happened between the Super Young Mario Bros. And Smash Brotherhood Chapter 1? What happened? And that's what I'm going to be filling in Luigi Chronicles. That gap between the Young Mario Bros. And Smash Brotherhood, and then Smash Brotherhood and Luigi Chronicles. There are a lot of gaps, and Luigi Chronicles is going to be that filler. Literally, I'm not calling it a filler series because technically it's its own series, but it's going to be the series that basically is the be-all, end-all, answers every question, fills every hole, yeah. But yes, Smash can be enjoyed on its own, and yeah. how do I feel about us adding new characters in Chapter 3? I actually enjoy it. Now, I will not argue with someone if they say this character, like Captain Falcon, I will not argue if someone says he was just shoehorned in just for the sake of an appearance. Because, yes, he was. He really doesn't have much place in the story, other than we wanted Captain Falcon because we felt he and Ash kind of complement each other, and it'd just be fun to add Captain Falcon. However, characters like Rosalina, they tend to add a bit more to the story than just a cameo appearance, because they also help with adding to the overall plot, and possibly to a subplot that might be picked up later on in Luigi Chronicles. So, I'm happy with the characters that we've added. And I'm also happy with the characters we did not add. Mainly the Shy Guys. We were going to have Shy Guys appear in Smash Brotherhood Chapter 3 as a third army that would be fighting. Some of them would be fighting Bowser, Master Hand, and the Goomba Koopa army, and some of them would be fighting with that army. So it'd be kind of like a divided force. You'd have some Shy Guys on the good side, some Shy Guys on the bad side. And we wanted to have basically a big battle between Shy Guys, Goombas, Koopas, and the heroes, of course. A big battle. However, we could not seem to find a way to put that in the story where it would work. It would feel out of place. It just did not fit. And we also felt like we were adding too much, and we were setting up too many plots already in Chapter 3, that we wanted to have it end on a solid note without getting too messy, and without getting too cluttered. So, yeah, I'm happy with the characters we added, and I'm happy with characters we did not add. Because it's nice to have a cameo, but sometimes it'd be unnecessary because it would make it too cluttered, and it just would not make any sense to the story at all. Yeah. What is my channel going to be like between Smash Brotherhood and Luigi Chronicles? As you guys know, my channel is not too active because I'm focusing heavily on the Zaandarbrow stuff and Tio and Tyler's things. So, my channel is not the most active. I post a few videos, and those are really videos that I do with these people. However, I do plan on being more active when Smash Brotherhood ends, because we will, of course, have that gap between Smash, Luigi Chronicles, and Death Note, which is still happening. When? It's a different story. So, I do have plans for things like short skits for certain content, but I also want to know what the viewers want to see. So if you guys have any ideas of what I should be putting in my channel, like if you want to see certain skits, certain types of videos, maybe Let's Plays or whatever, please don't hesitate to tell me. Ask away. I'd like to have ideas of what you guys want to see. If it means you'd enjoy seeing it, then yeah, I'd be up for doing it. But yeah, in short, I plan on doing some more stuff. I'm not promising a whole bunch of activity, but I promise a bit more content than what's coming out now. And a bit more variety, of course. And now for a big update. As you guys know, Zaandarbrow has a Patreon. And that Patreon is used, all the money that is used goes to helping us get props, makeup, and things like that for Zaandarbrow Productions, and for Sadistic Joker Productions, and Mr. Awesome Maniac, which is Tyler's channel. That trio works under Will Brower's Patreon. However, for my channel, because of my future plans for it, I have my own Patreon set up. And I know I do have, as of right now, and I may be wrong on this, I haven't checked in a few weeks. I do have one patron. You're awesome. But, yeah, I do have a Patreon, and any money going there will be going towards Luigi Chronicles, Death Note, getting better equipment, like, such as a capture card for Let's Plays, or getting costumes, getting better software to help me edit programs or make music and whatnot. You know, fun things like that. In fact, a lot of my goals are already posted on Patreon. So hopefully I can meet those goals. And with your help, with all of your help, I probably can. However, I don't expect you guys to donate a lot because A, some of you are already donating to Zaandarbrow. So you probably don't want to be donating to 2 Patreons at once. Maybe you do, in which case, go for it. Either way, I'm not trying to pressure you into it, but it would be awesome if you guys could support me. And as a promise, you will be getting bonus content that is only available to patrons. That means you'll be seeing exclusive trailers, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ahead before they actually go public on YouTube. You can also be seeing, I have, what I have are image boards and whatnot for planning out shots and scenes. I have that things for Death Note and for Luigi Chronicles, and I can show you that. I'll be uploading that to my Patreon. So if you want to see what the shows could look like before they're actually filmed, you get some cool behind the scenes stuff there. You can also, if you're a patron, according to the goals, you can potentially help make some content, which I think would be pretty cool, because if I had some fans help me write or work on some stuff, that would be really awesome, because I'm sure you guys have a lot of cool ideas that you want to see made, and I'm willing to make it happen. Totally. So yeah, Luigi Chronicles will probably be delayed in filming. Release, no. I'm still set strongly for 2017, a fall 2017 release date of season 1. However, filming will probably not start until late this year. We're looking at October, November, probably even December. No later than January, because if I don't have it by then I have to start, because it's already 2017. But no later than January 2017. I will keep you guys updated on that, of course. Check the Patreon for more information on that. Death Note is on the back burner, because my priority currently is Luigi Chronicles. We also have other projects going on, like Tyler has 2 new shows that he wants to do. And, you know, I really want to be a big part in helping that out. So those shows I see great potential. So currently Death Note, it's on the back burner. It's going to happen when it happens. I'm not going to promise anything right now. I can't, because I don't know. That's the best I can tell you. All I can tell you is it will happen. I just can't say when. My comparison of the Jersey cast to the Florida cast. Well, for one, back in Jersey, we were all just, having fun. We were really just doing this just for the fun of it, and just because we had a camera, we had costumes, and it was cool. And we also were getting views, and that was pretty cool. So, our cast, we weren't as serious or as dedicated to the roles as the Florida cast. Now, there were people that in our cast that were dedicated. They were very dedicated, like Ryan, who played Bowser, and Adam, when he played Snake, he was pretty dedicated to that role. And there are other characters that were pretty dedicated, but the Florida cast just has a more mature kind of feeling to it, because A, we're all more experienced in this. We're all going to a school, most of us in film, and yeah, we're really just we're being more serious about it now. We're actually kind of treating this almost like it's a job. I mean, yes, we're still having fun with it, but we're keeping a more precise schedule. Things need to get done by a certain time, in a certain way, with certain things and whatnot. We have checklists, we have deadlines, we have all that fun stuff. So it is essentially a job where we don't technically get paid unless you count Patreon, and we have a lot of fun with it. Now, of course, does one group have more drama than the other? It depends on what you mean by drama. I mean, we were immature brats back then. I mean, we're still a little immature, but, you know, every group has their drama. It doesn't matter who you are or what group you're in. There's always going to be drama one way or another, unless you're one lucky son of a bitch. In which case, screw you if you don't have drama in your life. But, yeah, everyone has drama in one way or another. It comes in some form, and it will go in some form. Either way, I'd say that they're both pretty equal. They both have their ups, they both have their downs, but we had fun with both groups. And yeah. I stuttered like a motherfucker. It's pretty equal. I admit I have a bit more fun with the Florida group because of how we're doing things, and because of, you know, we're just more mature and we're actually able to do stuff and understand stuff better than we were in Jersey. But the Jersey gang, they're always going to be the originals. What do I plan to do after I graduate full sail with my degree in digital arts and design? Well, my long-term goal is to become a freelance artist, meaning an artist that literally works solely off of commissions from outside companies and whatnot. And yeah, I plan to get a boat or a house in a remote area and just live on my own. You know, maybe with someone, if I find someone in my life, then yeah. If not, on my own mostly, because, you know, I kind of enjoy that. It'd give me time to kind of have a peace for myself. It'd give me time to work on my art. I'm really set on getting a boat, because then I'd be able to travel the world, and I'd be able to enjoy the world and still maintain my career as an artist. You know, I could get commissions and grab my payment for other commissions while I'm in port, and then while I'm at sea, I work on the stuff, I enjoy my time, maybe I take a little break, and then I just find port, and then, you know, give people their whole thing, and business. That's my long-term goal. But as far as the near future, I'm gonna have to, you know, move to a big city. I plan on moving to a big city, somewhere like Pittsburgh, or Montreal, or even New York. Somewhere that has a great art industry, affordable living expenses, and in a beautiful location. So, yeah, Pittsburgh, Montreal are my two main areas I'd like to go to. That or New York as a fallback. New York, I'm kind of iffy on it because it's very pricey. Very, very pricey. But the art industry, the New York art industry really is a great art industry. So, you know, every city has its ups and downs. Point is, after I graduate, I don't know how soon it will be until I move out, but after I graduate, I do plan on going to a big city of some sort. Yeah. What do I plan on doing if Luigi Chronicles is essentially a flop? Well, for one, I'll take a bottle of ibuprofen. I will take 3 tablets out. I will drink them down. And then I will just get over it because it'll be just a minor pain to deal with. Because, you know, at some point in your life, everyone's going to have a flop. Whether that's going to be Luigi Chronicles or something in my far future. If Luigi Chronicles does flop, I'll have to take most of the blame for it because it's going to be my show and I have this huge plan for it. I really hope it doesn't, and I have good faith it won't, because what I have planned, I'm sure most of you at least will enjoy it. But if it does flop, that will suck. You know, you live and let live. Luigi Chronicles, even though it's my main focus currently as far as a big project goes. I plan on doing a lot of other stuff. In fact, I think Luigi Chronicles will be the last Mario-related thing that I create. I'll be partaking in other Mario things, I'm sure, like with Zaandarbrow or with Tyler's thing or whatever. But as far as my projects, Luigi Chronicles will really be the last big Nintendo-related kind of project. Because it's my way of saying the Young Mario Brothers has come this far, and it's time for it to end. So I'm going to end it in the best way I can. So yeah, with that, I would be ending my time with the Young Mario Brothers and ending my time creating Mario shows. Now, I can't say I won't go back to it in the future, because who knows? I might. But I probably won't. Yes, Smash Brotherhood and the Young Mario Brothers before Smash Brotherhood. Which would I think is my more favorite at doing? Which do I enjoy the most? The Young Mario Brothers really holds a special place in my heart because it was Brow and I's first big show, and we've really come so far with it, and because of it, we've become such a big hit on YouTube. Like you guys, a lot of our OG fans, you guys are still with us after all this time. It's been so long. But I have to say I enjoy doing Smash Brotherhood more, because the characters, they've evolved into something that's become so special and so just, the characters are just so amazing at this point that even if I don't want to actually film a scene, when I get into character, regardless of which character it is, I always end up enjoying myself. I don't feel like it's a tedious chore at that point. Beforehand, I may end up like being all, oh, I really don't want to film today, it's hot out, I'm tired. But when I get into character, when the camera's rolling, I always enjoy myself because the characters I play are so much fun to do. The people I work with are wonderful. The set, the places we film, there's so many places that we film now. Compared to Jersey, we had those few defaults. Like, we had 3 or 4 different default places. And here in Florida, we're going to so many places because we have so many options. And it's all so unique, so new, so different, and it's so cool. And the story is just... the story's great. And it really is... it really is charming, honestly. It has a charm to it that the Young Mario Bros. Did not necessarily have. The Young Mario Bros. Was great, but Smash Brotherhood I just feel is more enjoyable for me filming it. Because, you know, yeah, it's just one of those projects that I will always be happy doing something like this. Yeah. My name is Willow Lackett. Of course, subscribe to me on my channel, Willow Lackett. It's not that hard to remember. Then, of course, subscribe to Zaandarbrow, the primary channel. Then there's, of course, Zaandarbrow's second channel, which is full of Let's Plays and random skits. Then Sadistic Joker Productions, that's Tio's channel, and he does awesome things. Then there's Mr. Awesome Maniac, that's Tyler's stuff. He doesn't exactly have a lot on there currently, but he does... oh yeah, that's right, a new channel. The Zaandarbrow Let's Play channel is actually a fairly new channel that Will Brower created specifically for Zaandarbrow Let's Plays. So now you don't have to go through all the Zaandarbrow videos to get to Let's Plays. You can actually go to the Zaandarbrow Let's Play channel. And it's pretty cool because the Let's Plays you have on there right now are fun. But yeah, I've been Willow Lackett. This has been my interview for Super Smash Brotherhood Chapter 3. And you are cool.